What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video on today's stock market news. And as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market when it comes to investing, because that is simply impossible to do. So let's get into what happened today on Friday, 28 June. It says here, the stock market S&P 500, Nasdaq notched record closes, brushes off renewed trade tensions. That's a good thing, right? So it says U.S. stocks recovered on Friday afternoon to clinch fresh records despite renewed trade tensions after President Trump said he was terminating talks with Canada. The S&P 500 closed at an all-time high for the first time since February. The benchmark index was trading near record territory for much of the session over optimism on the trade front, the U.S. and China clinching a trade truce, and hopes for a rate cut from the Fed sooner rather than later. Now, when the market started to drop in April, I was saying buy the dip. I was posting on my private Facebook group, buy the dip. And had you been buying the dip, you should have made some money this week. I know I have. Well, not I have, I did. And I will continue to, because I'm always in the market. So also, it says here, the Nasdaq Composite also notched a record high. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 1%, or about 400 points. Stocks temporarily took a dramatic turn after Trump posted on social media that he was terminating all discussions on trade with Canada, effective immediately, citing Canada's digital services tax as the cause. He said he would set a new tariff rate on Canadian goods within the next week. So I wonder what next week is going to bring us in the stock market because of this, right? Either way, he said markets had gotten a boost on the trade front on Friday after Trump said that the U.S. and China have signed a trade deal. That is good, right? The two sides have cemented the tariff truce sealed last month in Geneva, and China has confirmed details of the agreed framework per several media reports. Under the pact, China has committed to delivering rare earth minerals to the U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick told Bloomberg. Once that is underway, we'll take down the countermeasures, he said. Also on Friday, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Friday said the U.S. could complete the balance of its most important trade talks by Labor Day, raising hopes that the U.S. wouldn't be firm on its July 9th tariff deadline. So meanwhile, the federal rate path also remained in focus. The latest reading of the Fed's preferred inflation gauge showed price increases accelerated in May as inflation remained above the Fed's 2% target. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has stressed that an uptick in price pressures could be a stumbling block to a rate cut. That report also contains signs of an economic slowdown, however, which could further complicate the emerging debate between Fed hawks and doves. And that is it for today's report, people. Yeah, the market did, well, not all stocks did well today, but the Dow and the S&P, they notched record highs. The Nasdaq, however, which contains a lot of the which contain tech stocks, not so much, right? But some did better than others. Like Palantir, for instance. Palantir lost $15.57 today, closing out at $130.74. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Palantir. Nvidia, however, gained $2.66. Wow, closing out at $157.75. This is the highest Nvidia has gotten. It's notching new highs right now, which is good. I like that. Nvidia's market cap. I remember saying the other day that Nvidia's market cap was up to $7 no, $3.742 trillion. It's now at $3.847 trillion. So it gained $100 billion in just a couple of days. 100 billion. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna become an owner of something. Wow. I'm just in awe with the gains that Nvidia has been making lately. So SPLG, my S&P 500 ETF, it gained 34 cents today, closing out at $72.32. My information technology ETF, FTEC, lost 6 cents today, closing out at $195.31. Broadcom lost 82 cents today, closing out at $269.35. I don't know what's going on. I need to read up on Tesla. Tesla lost $4.86 today, closing out at $323.63. Amazon gained $6.18 today, closing out at $223.30. Apple gained 8 cents, closing out at $201.08. Wow. Microsoft lost $1.51 today, closing out at $495.94. Go back to FTEC for a second. I want to say FTEC is pretty much at a record high. I remember when I first started buying the stock. When did I? Because I had the all-encompassing stock VTSAX, which contains large cap, small cap, mid cap, even micro-sized companies within it. It had like over 3,800 stocks within that. That fund, just to split my money between SPLG and FTEC. And I think at the time it was like 145, 150, and now it's at 195. You know, and some of these stocks pay dividends that are within these ETFs and these funds, right? And so you are paid those dividends, but I have it marked in my account to reinvest my dividends back into the stock. So I buy more of it, which is a smart thing to do, right? And also, I remember when I bought SPEG, it was at like maybe 40 something or $50, and now it's up to $72. And again, it has companies within it, the 500 largest companies in the United States, that also pays dividends, and that money is reinvested back into my account. So since I bought these funds, which was I think a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, they've made big gains. And again, when April happened, I was saying buy the dip. And had you been buying the dip, these stocks at a lower price when they got down to $140 or $50, or Nvidia getting down to $98. Look at Nvidia is now at $157. SPLG is now to 72. FTEC is up to 195. So that's how the market works. You have to be in the market and you have to stay there. But either way, I'm going to end this video. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all. As always, get out of debt. Personal loan debt, car loan debt, student loan debt, personal loan debt. Get out of debt, because as long as you're in debt, you're a slave to the lender. You know, because debt is pretty much the American dream. Because when you think about America, America itself as a country is in a lot of debt, right? And most people in America are living that dream of America. You're in debt as well. So you want to get out of debt, pay off all your bills, right? And then after all your bills are paid, well, not all of your bills, but after all of your debt has been paid, You create 3 to 6 months of living expenses as an emergency fund, because emergencies will happen. Doctor visit, car repair, house issues, so on and so forth. Life happens. The older we get, the more we start to pay attention, right? And then you fund your kids' college fund. Then you make sure that you're investing up to 15% of your income into your retirement of something, right? Invest into something. Invest in you to create a business, maybe to become an entrepreneur. I don't know. It's up to you. Make a decision. And then after you have paid off all those debt, funded those things, and if you have a mortgage, then tackle your mortgage with all of that money that was being used to pay off your debt, so you can pay off your mortgage even quicker. And then after you pay off your mortgage, you're 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, however, you can do whatever you want to do with your money. You can invest more into your retirement. You can give away money. You can go on the vacation that you want to go on. You can now buy that car, possibly with cash, so on and so forth, right? But in order to do that, you have to create a budget. And within a budget, you're telling your money where to go. You have to tell your money where to go. Why are you working so hard for something that you have little to no control over? So start telling your money where to go. Start telling it to pay off that credit card, that car loan, the student loan, so on and so forth, that personal loan. So by creating a budget and you follow and you stick to that budget, which requires discipline, you will be able to do the things that needs to be done to get out of debt and stay out of it. And yeah, that's it. Oh, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. Any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only, so please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money if you're not secure enough in yourself to do it on your own. All right, so you guys take care. Have a blessed day. Peace.